for Bat and Ball Cricket. Guys, thanks for checking in for another one of my videos. Today we're having a look at another cricketing gear review, and today it's a bat review. And it's of this bat here, which is the Affinity Phantom. And this is a bat made out of one of the smaller pod shavers out of England. A guy by the name of Marcus Charman, who makes all of the bats that come out of the Affinity workshop, and of course they're all handmade out of English willow. This is one of, he's got about 4 bats in his range, and this one is the Affinity Phantom. Look, let's just get straight into to the actual bat itself. This particular bat is one that incorporates offset edge technology. So what that means is, usually with cricket bats, the actual pinnacle of your spine aligns with the pinnacle of your actual edge. So the actual highest spot of your spine aligns with the highest spot of your edge, and that's where your sweet spot is located. However, with the Affinity, it's got a high spine or a relatively high spine area, but a fairly low peak on the edge. So what that actually means is designed to do to elongate the sweet spot. So it means that you should actually pretty much get a sweet spot from down here towards the low to a high. Now, this particular bat profile is pretty much a relatively full profile. You can see there is some concaving there because of the such a high spine of the bat, that there has been some scalloping of the profile. Right, the actual face of this guys is a relatively flat face. So if we're talking in regards to the GM faces, this is probably their F2. So it's basically a flat face with a bit of a bow in the bat. When we actually come to the face, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 predominantly straight grains. When I say predominantly straight, we do have a bit of a kilt or a bit of a kick in one of the 2 of the grains at the bottom. The guys or Marcus from Affinity, the way that he rates his timber is on performance and not on looks. So you do get some absolute. You only get cracking bats. I've seen about 4 or 5 bats out of Marcus' workshop here in Australia, and or his workshops in England. But I've seen 5 bats here in Australia that Marcus has made, and they're all ping exceptionally well, play exceptionally well. So he doesn't he doesn't sell dodgy timber. This bat's £2 10.5. So it's still on the lighter sides for a cricket bat, and picks up reasonably well. And what I mean by that is that I usually use bats that have got a fairly high middle in them, and so they pick up pretty light. However, when you go and throw in the offset edge, that means that you do get more weight down towards the bottom of your bat, and so it doesn't pick up as well for me. So look, it's still a fairly light bat, but it doesn't have quite the pickup of one of my other £2 10 bats. So that's the weight. The actual edges, like I said, let's give them a quick measure. So because the offset edge, the high part of the edge is actually is down here towards the bottom of the bat. So that's basically a 36mm edge, and then our actual spine height is at the top here, and our actual spine is probably at about 60 mil there. So huge spine on this bat, and you can actually see that there's a very high spine, and there's not a terrible lot here at the top, and it's got a relatively small shoulder on it as well. Now, coming back to the actual middle position, talking about the offset edge, the actual middle of this particular bat does sort of range from that high spot of the spine down to sort of the high spot of the edge. So look, I think you could probably say that this bat is a sort of a pretty good middle bat, but it doesn't, because of that offset edge, it doesn't quite conform to your usual clarification of a high or low middle. The actual handle, it's a very slight oval shaped handle there as well, so it's just enough to make it worth, or to be away from your round grips and the problems you have with bat spin and so on. It's fitted with a top quality grip that's actually made in England, and that's one of the hybrid grips with a chevron on the top and sort of a rib grip at the bottom, and that's standard out of the factory. On the bottom with this guy, we'll show you again is a standard fit toe guard that comes out of the Affinity factory. And the last thing to talk about through this guy is the actual quality of the stickers from Affinity. They are a very high quality sticker. They are actually fully embossed with some 3D effect, and even in certain parts there are actually some actual sparkle reflections in the actual stickers. So they are. So the actual stickers are a very high, quality with the guys at Affinity are doing a superb job there. Guys, the final thing to do on this bat is just to give it a bit of a ping test for you. Now, for my ping test for my next couple of bat reviews, I'm going to be using the same ball, and this is a Haddin Australia 4-piece attack ball. So I'll just give it a bit of a ping. So again, hear it down there on the toe, up into a middle where there's a good middle, and as we go up higher, still sounding pretty good, and then we're up onto the stickers, and you lose that sweet spot. So you can see what I mean by that offset edge. That we weren't getting particularly good ping down here, but starting to ping pretty well through the middle and all the way up to about here before we start to get towards the stickers and it's stopping the ping. Alright guys, look, that's my review of the Affinity Phantom from Marcus Charmaine out of England. Look, this bat is one that I have or I was looking at buying from a mate, which I've decided not to proceed with that, and that's nothing to do with a reflection on the bat at all, or the quality of the bat. It's simply an example that because of that offset egg technology, it does put too much weight back into the toe of the bat. And the pickup just doesn't feel right for me. So that's how come I've decided not to proceed. Right guys, so there's the finalisation of my review of the Affinity Phantom. Guys, as always, if you've got any questions or any comments, make sure you pop them down into the comments bar, and I'll make sure I reply to those as early as I can. Guys, make sure you check out a number of my other videos, and we'll catch you again shortly. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.